It's new. I'm going to tell you all about it. All right? What's up, YouTube? It's the Bowtie Fragrance Guy, the fashion and fragrance guy. All right? On this channel, I discuss men's fragrances. Well, fragrances, fragrance can go either way. Fragrance, get into some fashion, and a little bit of lifestyle and grooming content as well. Just trying to make sure you guys are up on your game, all right? Being a well-rounded gentleman. That's what we try to accomplish over here. So if you're that person, if you're trying to become a well-rounded gentleman, meaning you're going to be smelling great and looking great, I think you may find some value in this content, man. So hit subscribe. It's free, I promise you. Make sure you hit the bell icon as well. So that way, anytime I upload a new video, you'll get notified. On today's video, guys, we're going to be jumping into a brand new fragrance from the niche luxury brand fragrancedubois. This fragrance has recently hit the market. They did send me this fragrance to get my thoughts and opinions on it, but trust and believe, I only keep it 100 on this channel. So regardless of, what other commentary may be out there about surrounding fragrance reviews that get fragrances, I'm just going to tell you my thoughts on it. So this fragrance pays homage to the 10-year anniversary of the brand of fragrancedubois. Okay, so my math serves me correctly. That means that they started around 2013. All right, so it pays homage to their origins, which of course, French luxury niche brand, of course, Paris. Paris, of course, you guys think about Paris, you think about, vacation, you think about fashion, capital of the world, the patisseries there, the fashion, the catwalks, the fashion magazines, the couture shops. I mean, just a beautiful place that I hope to actually visit one day. But this pays homage to their origins on this 10-year anniversary. So we're going to jump into the fragrance. I'm going to give you guys my thoughts on it. Give you guys a look at the presentation, get in some notes and things of that nature, and tell you what I think about it. So if you want to hear my thoughts, you guys know the routine. Keep it locked right here. Let's get it. Yeah.
The Bowtie Fragrance Guy.
All right, guys, we are back. Thank you so much for keeping it locked in. Let's jump into the video. So not to belabor the time, presentation. Most fragrancedubois fragrances actually have a very similar presentation as it pertains to the shape of the bottles as well as the box that it comes in. They always come in this cardboard outer box here, and you just slip the top of it off like this. Now, to me, when you talk about luxury, it starts with presentation, and this is where fragrancedubois earns a lot of points in my humble opinion. They always come in a velvety, textured box like this, and when you open it up, your fragrance will rest securely in a velvety textured, almost satin lining on the inside. So definitely gets an A from me as it relates to presentation. Comes with a card, just kind of gives you an overview of the brand. But let's take a look at the bottle, guys, because their bottles, again, really top class here, top tier. Here's the bottle, which again, presentation is very similar on their bottles. Of course, the plaque changes with the name of the fragrance on the front, but as far as the overall presentation, what the bottle looks like is pretty much the same thing. On the back, has some inscription there, some writing on the back. Again, the brand emblem insignia there on the back, and just a really, really gorgeous presentation. As it says there on the back, luxury fragrance redefined. All right, so beautiful presentation on these bottles. Definitely, if you're a person that's into presentation, you're going to enjoy the way that these look in the collection. So they definitely get an A+ for me in regards to that. On the bottle cap, which is really, really heavy, you have the brand insignia as well. All right, so that's all for the presentation. Of course, what everybody came here for, let's get into what this thing actually smells like. So I'm going to spray the fragrance so we can kind of get into it. I'll spray it on a test strip, and I like to spray it on skin as well, so I can get the true essence of it. But let's see if we can get a good look at what this sprayer is going to look like here. If I cover up my eye, we will. Really nice, controlled atomizer. When you can find controlled atomizers, guys, that tells you that the company really put some effort. Ooh, I smell this. Put some effort into the fragrance as it relates to the sprayer. The controlled atomizers is always a good giveaway. So let's go ahead and test this here. Okay, so it's easy for me. When a fragrance brand does a Gourmand, it's I would say it's kind of hard for me not to at least like a Gourmand fragrance, because I love that genre of fragrances so much. And this, of course, at its core, it's a Gourmand fragrance. So immediately upon spraying this, it's not overly boozy, but you do pick up a booziness that comes from the note of rum. And there's a little bit of a floral sweetness in here, and of course that is coming from the orange blossom. So it really creates a nice accord in the opening of the fragrance, making it very, very, very pleasant when you first smell it. So I really, really enjoy the opening of the fragrance. I have worn this fragrance twice already since getting it in the collection. That's always a good sign for me. When I go back-to-back days wearing a fragrance, that's a good sign. That means that I'm really, really enjoying it. Yeah, but really, really dig the opening of the fragrance. Really, really nice. Like I said, picking up on some that sweetness from the orange blossom. I like that. Really, really like that. About 5 minutes or so into the wearing of the scent, what I really start to pick up on is more of this sweet, almost honey-like floral essence as it starts to navigate into that dry down. Now, I think that's coming from jasmine, and there's also a note of honey in this fragrance. So it almost kind of goes together. You think about it reminds me of a spring day, because you think about bees in the springtime, you think about honey, you think about florals. So it really kind of brightens up the fragrance to an extent, coming from that rum, very heavy rum dominant opening of the fragrance. Really starts to get that kind of creamy floral nature with that honey and jasmine combination in the heart. But it really does blend well with what's left over from the opening, because unlike a lot of fleeting top notes, the rum here kind of sticks around as you would expect. So it's not typical like when you get like a bergamot. Sometimes a lot of the citrusy openings that really kind of are really fleeting and don't stick around. This really kind of sticks around for the party. So really, really enjoy that. As the fragrance starts to dry down, you get into the heavier, woodier aspects. Now, the first time I wore this fragrance, it could have been just the very first spray. I got a lot of oud in that first spray. But don't judge a fragrance a lot of times, guys, by the very first initial spray, because a lot of times that first spray, the fragrance is hasn't really settled. Sometimes notes and things have kind of mixed around. Certain notes have come to the top. But on my actual applications of actually wearing it, the oud sits in the base of the fragrance. So it just creates almost a slight smokiness almost. And that works really, really well with that oak note in here. Oak in this fragrance, think about it how it's used in a fragrance like Kilian's Angel Share. So it really gives that nice aged woody smell. And that works in combination really well with more boozier accords. Now, I really like the way that combines with that honey here, because the honey sticks around as well. So you get a slight booziness that runs through the entire fragrance combined with the honey. And then when you get to that base there, you get that oud in there. It gives a slight smokiness that works really well with that aged wood oak smell from the note of oak in this fragrance. So again, if you like gourmands, although this doesn't smell like Kilian's Angel Share at all, but if you like Kilian's Angel Share, like this is the kind of fragrance that I think you'll really enjoy as well. Now, in addition to the oak, in addition to the honey and the rum, another very prominent note, of course, in this is vanilla. And that's really what that combination of honey and vanilla, what is what really lends this fragrance to being a gourmand. When you smell it, you're going to pick that up. As a matter of fact, in addition to the jasmine and the honey, you really start to pick up that vanilla really early on in the fragrance as well. But again, they collectively make a really, really nice gourmand kind of accord. Of course, that would, when anybody smells it, they're going to be like, oh yeah, this is a sweet kind of gourmand-like fragrance. And like I said, when you think about Paris and you think about what this fragrance pays homage to, they did mention patisserie, so it kind of makes sense that this fragrance would be a gourmand fragrance, because I think it really represents kind of the essence of Paris and what they were looking to go for with this fragrance. But I really, really, really enjoy this. Again, it's a gourmand. You got honey, you got rum, vanilla, the oak note. How can you really go wrong, in my opinion, with that kind of fragrance? So I really, really enjoy the way this smells. Now, this is a 100 ml bottle. It retails for $285 US. If you're a gourmand fragrance lover, I definitely think it's worth that. This brand has fragrances that go up to almost 800, 900 bucks. So this is on the lower end for what you're going to pay for a fragrance from this brand for 100 ml. Now, as far as seasons, I think this is great, obviously, for fall and winter. So I think the timing of the release is perfect. I think fall is the best season for it, but obviously it's going to do well in the winter as well. As far as performance, fragrancedubois fragrances have a very high oil concentration in them. So they're not huge projectors, but they do stick around for a while. I got 7.5, 8.5, between that kind of 7.5, 8.5 hour time frame as far as the ultimate longevity. As far as projection, I got about an arm's length for that first hour and a half, and then it started to sit really closer to the skin. But of course, this is a lot of fragrances like this, I would say this is a really good date night kind of scent. Sweeter fragrances, in my opinion, do well on date night. So if you're going to be on a date, it's perfect for that, because normally, of course, in more circumstances, that person's going to be a little bit closer to you. So I think it will really bode well in a date night scenario. But obviously, wear it whenever, however you would like. Again, just kind of going off the scent profile, that would just be a recommendation from your boy. So overall, on a scale of 1 to 10, I would give this fragrance a really solid 8.5. It smells great. Performance is good. I love the genre of fragrance that this is. I love the whole idea behind this fragrance, kind of paying homage to the origins of this brand in Paris. And again, I think overall, it's worth it for what you're going to pay for the amount of fragrance that you get, combined with presentation and all those things. Definitely one that's worth checking out, in my humble opinion. But that's all I have for you guys. If you smell this, I would love to hear your thoughts down in the comment section. As always, I sincerely appreciate you guys' time and attention to these videos. I know you don't have to watch, but you do, and I sincerely appreciate that. Now, don't forget to make sure you take a few moments to like, comment, and subscribe. And make sure you are sharing these videos out to some other folks out there that you think could use the information or find it entertaining. Because I'm your guy, Darian. I'm the bow tie fragrance guy. I love to look good, and of course, I love to smell amazing. So until next time, keep looking good, keep smelling even better. I'll catch you on the flip side. Peace.